The inner horse, it was interesting. I occasionally snuck slightly horsey physical things into it, but I actually got told not to do it because they didn't want it to be. So I did a couple in the wedding scene. I did a couple of like stamps with my foot as like a, because I thought it would be quite fun.
So, hi, I'm Jonathan Bloomberg, writing for Movie Scene in Sweden.
Nice to meet you.
How's Sweden right now? Is it warm
It,
yet, or is it still pretty
it,
cold?
it's getting warmer, and it's great now when I get to speak with the two of you, of course.
Oh,
Almost midsummer. You're
yeah.
almost there.
2 days, so we'll hopefully survive it this time as
Yeah.
well. So I'm loving the vibe of this show. I've seen the first 4 episodes. I am going to have a spoiler question, but I'll take that at the end so I can cut
Okay.
that out, so you can speak freely.
Awesome.
But I just wanted to start out with asking you guys how you kind of found this project to start out with, and what made you fall in love with it afterwards.
You know, sometimes it feels like it sort of found me in a weird way. I auditioned for it like every other audition that you get as an actor, where you assume nobody's ever going to watch it. And, you know, I didn't hear anything for months and months and months, so I assumed nobody did, and maybe they didn't. But then 3 months later, I was actually in Sweden, and it
Yeah.
was the first time that I had traveled since the pandemic to anywhere. And the day I landed in Stockholm, I had a phone call that, like, remember that project? They need you back in LA to meet with the director. So I had to get on a plane and come straight back. And then it all just sort of, in a flurry, just like manifested like some sort of fever dream.
Yeah. I had the script come across my desk, and just reading it straight away, it just felt like something so different tonally from so many of these other like period dramas. I think there was the fantastical element really excited me. The comedy was just like a huge part of it for me as well. But then at the middle of the story, I just think Jane and Guilford's quite like earnest, beautiful love story is the thing that holds it all together, and it is also was a massive pull for me.
Yeah, and as I said, I'm loving the vibe of the show, but I'm wondering how much of that can actually be felt on set when you're recording it, because I'm guessing a lot of that comes afterwards when they cut it together. So you have to have a lot of faith in that stuff will be done in a good way
Yeah, you
when you do
do.
that kind of scenes.
You do have to have faith because it is so genre bending and like all encompassing, but they tried to help us see the vision as much
Yeah.
as they could. Our showrunners would switch off reading the narrator lines because, especially for me, there's a lot of long stares into the camera while
Yeah.
Jane is sort of having an internal monologue that the narrator is narrating. And so having that help, we knew what the music was supposed to be, which is like a big central part of the show.
The songs were in the script. I think like this, that looking at the script, the world building was so complete that actually I could envisage it all. And I think the practical effects, having real animals, the sort of beautiful costumes and the actual sets meant that I sort of did see it while we were in it. And I did feel like we were in it. It's sort of, they didn't, there are some obvious visual effects moments, but other than that, it did feel like we were really there.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. So I'm thinking I'll do the spoiler question now, and we'll see if we have any time after that. But feel free to just go nuts with this one. I feel like we need to discuss the elephant in the room, or should I say horse?
The
Ah,
horse in the room.
that's a good
Yeah.
one.
So that's some plot twist for people who have not read the books prior to watching the show when that happens. And first of all, Edward, how did you find your inner horse? And Emily, how was it working with the horse or horses? I don't know.
The inner horse, it was interesting. I occasionally snuck slightly horsey physical things into it, but I actually got told not to do it because they didn't want it to be. So I did a couple in the wedding scene. I did a couple of like stamps with my foot as like a, because I thought it would be quite fun, but they were like, no, it's got to be a complete and utter secret. But I think it's just such a lovely thing to have as a character, to have something so fantastical and know the whole time that I was trying to play it as seriously as I could and as truthfully as I could, but just knowing that as soon as the sun rises, the man turns into a horse adds a very extra dimension to it all, that
Sure.
was just such a joy to play.
And I think it was just so fun any day that I got to do anything with the horses. Particularly, there was two that played Guilford.
Yes.
Because sometimes one was not being the best boy, and the other one would step in.
Yeah.
But there was this one moment where they had to basically lay down this stunning animal, this horse, and sort of like resting on my lap. And to have something like that happen, it's like, when is that ever going to happen in your life?
Yeah.
And it was, I'm such an animal lover, so to be that close, and we were all so quiet and calm just to relax this horse, so that, because they really feed off energy.
Yeah. They were beautiful.
It was,
Guildford
yeah, it
horses.
was beautiful working with them. They're the
felt-
most amazing horses.
It was very flattering that they cast such handsome horses. Shame that I let the side down.
Yeah. Well, it worked out very well in my opinion. So I'm glad you did it like that. And I know we have like less than a minute left now, but I just wanted to take my time also to say that I'm a huge Castlevania fan. So I'm
Oh,
obviously looking forward to the second season when we get to see Belmont and Alucard team up.
absolutely. I can't wait either. It was so much fun to make that show, and I'm so glad to meet you as a fan.
Yeah. So best of luck with the premiere of this show.
Thank you.
I'm sure it will go great. And
Thank you
thanks
so
a lot for
much.
taking your time to speak with me.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye.
Tack mycket.